by surprise a little bit, but we are back at the Four-Wheel Drive podcast powered by Tyrepower. Ronny Dale back in the hot seat, mate. Southern River Band, Let It Ride. You would have missed that tune.
Yeah, I certainly did. But I had the tunes of the birds and the bees.
Yeah.
And birds and the bees.
Birds and the bees.
and the splashing of the water and the thunder.
Yeah. You've been in the Pilbara,
Yes.
where all of us would rather be.
Miss it already.
I'm sure you would.
I'm still there in some ways.
We missed you, though, so it's nice to have you back.
It's good to be back. Thanks.
Are you
Ross.
sure?
Yeah.
They seem a bit shell-shocked
You seem
to be
really
back.
disappointed to be back.
No, I'm happy to be back.
Oh, that's good then.
Yeah.
Well, we're happy to have you back, mate. The Four Drive podcast on Instagram, all the episodes over on BackChat's YouTube. Patreons, thank you again. Patreon.com/the Four Drive podcast and the forwardrivepodcast.com.au merch, voice messages, and the Ultimate Four-Wheel Drive. We had great uptake off what Jade and I asked of you all last week. We've got some voice messages in. Some of the Ultimate Four-Wheel Drives, which of one we will see today. And I hope he hasn't chosen a Toyota. I don't know what he's gone, but I really hope it's not a Toyota.
Was it a
Jade.
Toyota last week?
It.
Obviously it was,
I've got 3 to choose from, so I might have to have a look.
You got 3 Toyotas to choose from?
The
Three Toyotas to choose from. They're all Toyotas.
The feedback on this show obviously is that we're too Toyota biased, but we all drive them, so it's kind of hard not to.
I'll be honest, all of our Ultimate Four-Wheel Drives at the moment are Toyotas. Sorry.
People like...
Doesn't matter what I
People-
choose.
our listeners are
I'm getting a
Toyota
Toyota.
Oh, that's funny as. Now,
Please send in other cars.
yeah, do it.
Or send in Toyotas.
Because we're not that show. We're not a Toyota show. We want some,
trying to lean away from that show,
we want
but
some variety.
We might have to add a segment then, say something positive about a non-Toyota car.
all right, Ronny, you start.
Okay. Just kidding.
Cricket.
No, I like the interior of the Y62. And I like the sound of the
The new
Y62.
Y62.
No, well, that'd be the Y63.
As in, sorry, the Y62.
Yeah.
No, actually, sorry, the new Y6, not facelift model, but like there's an upgraded interior on the old, on the Y62, the later ones.
Right.
And it's
Okay.
better, I believe, than the...
Yeah.
I think it's better.
Yeah, I reckon they're quite flash on the inside.
Yeah.
I reckon they're much flasher than
Got the couches.
the Toyota ones. Yeah.
I'm going to put you straight into it. Because
What's your positive thing
About another car?
A non-Toyota and a non-Ranger?
a non-Ranger?
Yeah, it can't be a Ranger.
No, that's fine. Non-Toyota, non-Ranger, only 2 cars I have experience with.
You like the look of the Ram?
I do like the American Utes. Obviously, a bit of a fanboy, but I like the look of the Navara, the MP300s, like all like
I actually like the look of that
right
one
up
too. Yeah.
high, big muddies on them. I reckon they whistle. I reckon that's a pretty cool little flex on.
Yeah,
a
they're
Navara.
pretty mean.
Yeah, I like the look of them on the street. They look tough.
I actually like the TD, the TD20, the 2022. 22? Is it 22? Is it 22?
The TD 2022.
No. Because it's the oh man, what are they called? I've lost it.
Do you want me to Google something?
Yeah, TD40, and then there's a TD22, I think it is. What's the model number? Shit, how did I forget this?
TD, nah, that's bringing up the tax department. It's
Well, you know the one before the NP300, that is the 40, right?
is it TD 40?
I think it's a TD40. And then the one before that is the TD22, I believe.
D22.
Sorry,
Yeah.
the D40 and D22.
So I was like TD. I was
I
like,
thought you were talking about
Well,
patrols.
they've got turbos. It's the turbo. It's a turbo D22 and the D40.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
So you want D40?
No, I like the D22.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, so the one before the D.
Yes, I like the shape of it.
So they've gone D21,
yeah, I
D22,
gotcha.
D40, and D23.
Yeah.
NP
That's
300.
what they've got.
Is it called a D300? Nah.
It's a D21, D22
Yeah.
for the compact one, and then
Yeah.
D40 and D23 for the mid-size one.
Oh, right. Okay.
But yeah, the MP300. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is the MP300.
Okay, that was really confusing, but now we're back on track.
Hey man, we're back.
And I'm going to jump straight into it for you. Was Tough Dog Tip of the Week, mate.
Okay.
What have you got for us? Because you've been away, so there's got to be something that pops out that made your life easier on this trip.
Yeah. Well, this isn't from the trip.
Okay,
This is
so
something I was
doesn't have
thinking
to
about today. Every single thing you don't put on your vehicle is more important than the things you bolt onto your vehicle.
Explain that.
That's a good one for you, Duggo, because you're in the process of bolting things onto your car.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I actually just got something bolted on yesterday that I forgot to tell you blokes about. Yeah.
Well, let's find out what that is. But so what I mean by that is it's easy to get caught up in what's on Instagram.
Yep.
Or, you see something shiny, the Blingmobile.
Yep.
That looks epic. And most of those vehicles you see on there, they never do anything off-road really. But the ones that don't have a lot of gear on them, no one really looks at them. They don't get the likes. They don't get the comments. So people who want to do an Instagram build, they do something that's nice and blingy. That's what we get in our feeds. And this influences a lot of people to go, oh, well, I need this because obviously this guy knows what he's doing. So I want that. Or it could be like, that looks cool. I want that. But the thing is, do you really want it? Is it going to add to your build? Is it going to fit with everything else? The end result is a lot of weight in your car.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden you've spent a lot of money and you've built yourself a heavy monster. So every single thing you don't put on the vehicle is more important than the things you bolt onto your vehicle.
I like it.
So if you think about Malcolm Douglas, he probably carried more stuff than these other guys, but Les Hiddens, all the old school dudes.
Yep.
Who were out there in the bush with no aircon and stuff. I know they didn't have many options back then.
Yeah.
But they didn't have a lot of that stuff.
And then it shows that they didn't need it.
Yeah. I mean, they carried a lot of tools.
Yeah.
Especially in the Land Rovers, but, it's, well...
No, you're spot on.
It's just the thing,
Just think about Jeff.
Yeah.
No, that's... that makes sense because... And we've spoken about that numerous times on here, but it's a good way to put it like in a little catchphrase way because it is so true. We're so enticed and comparison is the thief of joy. So as soon as you start comparing to whatever you see, and we all do it, we're all guilty of it at times.
Yeah.
The thing with where you're at now and the amount of cars that you've probably been able to try and test and do these mods to or not do these mods to, I feel like, which we'll get to it soon because we've got a couple of other things to touch on before we get to your trip, but it's a simple setup in your 76
much
at the moment.
simpler than before.
Yeah.
But I do have a problem with it, and I've had the same problem with every single car I've owned.
Okay. So you haven't just found this out now.
Well, no, this is a problem I've been dealing with for ages, and that's the organisation of things. The trip always starts great.
Yep.
But because I had 2 kids in the Pilbara, I had to bring more of their stuff, and a few things got left out because there just wasn't any room for it.
Yep.
And my camera gear was all bunched up to one seat, and it's only because I'm filming as well. So it made it problematic to try and film but I had stuff everywhere. It wasn't just that, it was also the back of the car. So much shit everywhere. I've got a few solutions in mind, which I want to work out first before I even talk about them. But I had like pillows and bags over my fridge and I had to move shit to get to the fridge, and then I had to move shit to get back to the boxes. And I was at a point where I was ready to backflip on my view on having a drawer system. But then I went to the wheat belt after the Pilbara, visited my sister and brother-in-law, and my wife came up with the dog, but we needed to get the dog in the car, and she didn't want to take the X-Trail down the tracks we were going to go because they were quite scratchy. So 5 minutes, had all the shit out, doggo in the car.
Yep.
And off we went. So just when I had these thoughts, it was like, well, this is exactly why. I can get my Ridgeback in the car in 5 minutes flat.
Yep.
If I had a draw system, wouldn't be possible. We'd have to leave the dog there so she'd miss out because other dogs were going, or we'd have to scratch the shit out of an X-Trail.
Yep. No, I like it. It's let's park that a little bit. What did we actually start off with? The tough dog tip of the week, wasn't it? Yeah. That felt like a real juicy part of the podcast. That did.
Yeah.
I was going down a rabbit hole. Anyway,
Where are you going?
no, lucky I looked at this because quickly on the radar. Actually, let's go to your on the radar, Ronny. First, I'd love to see. You came in with some stuff.
Ah, yes.
Hands full.
I kind of want to know what it's about.
I actually have another saying we can add to another. There might be a good juicy one.
Yeah.
To what we just spoke about. So the first one was, well, everything you don't put on a car is more important than what you put on a car.
Yep.
But also, someone else's ready-to-go vehicle is not your ready-to-go vehicle. So there's no way of looking at it.
Suits the ultimate four-wheel drive too, I reckon, that comment.
Spot on. All right. Now,
All right.
the radar.
It's like a grand reveal.
Yeah, this is
Let's do it this way first.
enticing.
All right. You reach?
You've got these big plastic bags
Here,
with
take that one, Duggo.
Jeez,
Black.
bit of weight in them.
black bat. Has that got destination four-wheel drive on it?
Yeah, he spotted it.
Oh, he spotted it. Where?
So Rafa was listening to
Open it up.
a podcast,
Yep.
a while ago,
Wow.
and you were talking about a bin bag on your car.
Oh, I love bin bags.
Yeah, bin
I was
bags.
known for that at the footy club.
Really? Bin
Loving
bags.
bin bags.
Oh, old bin bag Duggan.
Old bin. What's the ibis called?
Oh, bin
chicken?
chicken.
Bin chicken.
Old bin chicken
bin
Duggan.
chook.
Bin Duggan. We got there.
So
Wow.
Rafa left a bit of stuff in my unit, and he goes, I've got some still there. Take these and give them to the boys. So Jaden, this one's yours.
Oh, mate. Rafa.
There you go, mate.
Oh.
Does the man get any better? He does. He does.
time you think.
Wow. The size of this bin, Jaden.
What do you guys like that?
Mate, no, I'm stoked. I need a bin bag.
That is.
Oh, Rafa.
It's amazing how
That's
excited you can get about a bin bag.
Oh, I'm going to have to.
I'll tell you what though, a bin bag makes the look.
Oh, it does.
In a way, as funny as that sounds.
You
and-
imagine
and
how tough my car's going to look now.
we've actually because I know Rafa and I know how much effort he puts into like designing and creating these.
Yeah.
And then you feel the actual quality of
Oh.
Yeah.
that gear. That's pretty. That's solid.
He puts a lot of thought into these
Oh,
things.
look at that.
My arm's burning from holding it.
I know.
that heavy.
Velcro strip in the middle of it.
Watch your can over there, mate. You're nearly knocking it over. You're going to
honestly,
have solo on
It'll be
laptops
the-
and everything.
I'm
It'll
not
be the
going to play
first.
around with this too much because I'm going to knock it all over the place.
I'm
That
playing.
is cool, but
I'm playing.
All right, so that's from Rafa to you guys.
you're a legend, Rafa.
Yeah.
So
I need to
Jade,
pay for this.
maybe-
So, all right, I'm going to stop.
Maybe we'll,
I'm going to stop.
Jade's had to jump in
I'm going
it.
to stop. I was just could fit in it, mate. Could bloody fit in it.
Oh, that's gold.
so this wasn't going to be part of the radar.
What a great on the radar already.
I'm stoked.
Yeah, well, that was going to be part of the radar, but something arrived today.
Yep.
I don't know if I should save it for next time. This one.
God,
I feel like I'll just save it.
Can I quickly do it on the radar?
Yeah, well, you
Ronny-
do the on the radar. I'll save this for next time.
No, because my on the radar is your shirt, mate.
Oh,
That's new.
yeah, that's new. Just got dropped off today. It's still got like the crease lines from the
What's going
packet.
on there? That's a beautiful shirt, mate.
Yeah, it's a King
Black
G.
King G work shirt, full wording
Branded.
Australia on it, branded.
Yep, branded with our new style logo.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Ah, fuck it, I'll bring it in now.
Yeah.
So, this is the latest and greatest tyre repair kit.
Oh. Is this yours?
Yes, this is mine that I've designed over a while. I mean, how can you reinvent the wheel? Well, you can't reinvent the wheel, but you can make it a lot more practical. So, we have the back part first, which is all the tools.
Oh, hello.
So, proper Stanley, proper pliers, and then a little tyre checker because people always lose those.
Yes.
You got your driller, different types of borers, and then we have the insert tool with this thingy-majig on, which makes it easier. So as you saw at the shows when people were trying to plug a tyre, I gave them one specifically without this because
Yep.
it makes it harder. In the other bit,
Ronny,
this is
this is a
the
game changer.
main point. That's how many cords we're going to give people. So this is a for life kit.
Wow.
Normally you get one sheet, maybe two if you're lucky. So they're the cords.
3, 4, 5, 6.
6 sheets.
Am I counting correctly there? Yeah. Wowee.
6 sheets.
Kind of looks like jerky. Tuck in.
You want to eat it, don't you?
What you also get are some glovies,
You've thought of it all, yeah.
black gloves, because otherwise they look shit after a while. We have the Vaseline tub, makes it easy to put things into holes.
Mightn't put that back in the. Leave that one out, eh?
That's good for your lips
Deal
too.
with that, mate.
Get dry lips.
Whose lips?
Well, that depends, eh? extra valve stems and cores.
Jesus.
So should you knock, particularly the ones that have the sensors on them, they're metal,
Yeah.
they can get knocked off in certain situations. Quite rare, but at least you have these. Now inside these you've got the extra cap, you've got the extra core. Now a cap and a core, this is the cap and this is the core. So normally with a kit, you wouldn't get any extra cores. We've thrown in, I think it's like 8 or 10. It's like, I think there's 70 something components to this kit as opposed to other kits.
And all in like, so that is what is involved in that kit is unreal, but I quite like what it's coming in too.
Yeah, so the canvas bag is something we're starting to do a lot of stuff in. It's the same colour canvas as our armrests and stuff.
Oh.
And the good thing is, before I pass it over, see this webbing here?
Yeah.
So that's for a molly panel.
Yep.
And if anyone works with a molly panel, you know how annoying that is to unthread it to get this off.
Huh.
Oh,
Molly panel is on. This can even come off and go to your drawer system. Straight back
yeah.
on.
Yeah.
okay,
So-
that's a good design.
Because
Round of
otherwise you've got to
applause.
pull stuff off.
Yep.
And then there's more room for patches, and that's a strategic move to try and get you to buy some more patches from us. Just being straight up
Mate,
honest there.
I'll buy a patch if it comes to that.
This is clever.
It's
Yeah.
a well
This
thought of
is
design.
actually, this is a great, I don't even want to, I don't need to know the price. That's worth being in your vehicle.
Yeah, well, retail for standard kit, they're out there in price.
Yeah, but this isn't set up. I'm not setting this up for like a grand.
No.
Like I didn't know you were bringing this in. I remember you speaking about this a while ago though, like thinking about this idea.
Yeah, it's been going for a little while.
And I'm glad that it's finally here. I'm putting one of
It
these
is
in my
finally
car
here.
for sure.
Well, you can put that one in your car then.
No.
Yeah, you can have that one.
I can't.
Yeah, put it in your car.
I can't do this.
Oh, just put the instructions in too.
No, mate.
No, you need those. The instructions.
I know, I was actually good at that time. What, are you serious? I can have that?
Yeah, you can have it. Yeah,
You're a champion.
Yeah.
Thank you, mate. That is
you.
sick
there we go.
That's brilliant.
The Tyre hair kit. So that
Well done.
instruction thing goes in the front bit there.
in this part here.
Yeah.
Mate,
Now,
this is clever. Like I'm stoked. Thank you, mate.
oh, you're welcome.
Unreal.
Very
That's
well
good.
done.
Well done.
What other gifts have we got?
So
Where does it stop?
Mate, free
That-
can of solo next year.
they will be going for 119 on the website.
That's
Yeah, which I think is pretty.
That's pretty good.
that is not. I
No,
thought
that's
it was
not bad
gonna
at all. Yeah,
I thought
what you'd come out,
250.
yeah. Bit higher.
If you want to
160,
edit this out and
170.
actually make it 250, let's.
Nah.
change the price of it.
I actually want people to be able to, attain it and use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's good to actually.
That's cheap insurance, if you ask me.
Yeah, and with the amount of cores that are in there, it's you've got enough cores to be able to practice. So if you find a shitty old tire, drill some holes in it, or you might find a nail in some of them, and then just go for it.
Yeah.
Practice plugging. Then when it happens, that
No,
one
that's
time.
good, mate. Considering what you get in it,
Yeah.
you get a lot more than your usual
That's
standard
awesome.
tyre repair kit. So well done, mate. That's good.
Ease,
It's clear you've thought
convenience.
about it. Yeah,
Thank you.
very
Well
good.
done.
I'm excited about
Mate, that is a brilliant on the radar.
Brilliant on the
for
radar.
us.
And I've got like two other little things I just quickly want to add.
Go.
They're really quickly. So I don't know. I sent it in last night, Ronnie. I'm not sure if you saw it, but
What, the run sheet?
no, this was just an idea. This was
Okay.
this was a link to a website, and it was something of last year. But I've seen some videos pop up of it lately, and it's called Long Drive for Drought, and it just got me thinking. This one is 50 classic Toyotas get together. They started. This is in 2024. They started in a place called Karumba, finished in Glendon in central Queensland, I believe. Basically, they're charity runs to raise money for drought-stricken farmers, people in need. Farm Angels are involved in this one. Aussie farmers are involved in this one. Obviously, the classic Toyotas. Mr. Land Cruiser, I reckon, was maybe even involved in it, or someone like that. But what it got me thinking about was, on this podcast, this is what we're all about. So this is raising money for drought-stricken farmers.
Yep.
Classic Toyotas have all got together on a big convoy, 8 days out in the bush, travelling dirt roads, having a hell of a time, whilst doing it for a great cause. So let's get people to send in, if anything like this is going on that we don't know about, send it into us and we can promote that on here for them, because stuff like that is what this podcast wants to be connected with, and hopefully we can get a little bit in
Yeah.
return for these
That's a great
guys
idea.
in terms of the platform that we've got. So it just got me thinking about that. If there's anything or anyone out there that has something going on like this, let us know. We'd love to get behind this sort of stuff. The Aussie Hay Runners was another one. Now they're truckers, but you know they
running bales of hay to where it's needed.
Yep, to where it's needed, and it's just stuff like that we want to be involved with.
Yeah, for sure.
Use our platform to.
I reckon it's a great idea.
To make that loud. So that's my little on the radar. I don't know if they've got another run coming up, the Long Drive for Drought crew, but they've done a couple, I believe. So
there'll be a link,
stuff.
obviously, through.
Yeah, we'll put a link in the description for that one.
Will we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or send in a voice message about it, and we can just
send in a voice message, and we'll play it, and we'll get around just because that's anything for a good cause.
Yeah, and I understand there may not be too many of these things, and then we'd like to keep it down this sort of, route as well. Like it connects with us really well, being a four-wheel drive podcast.
Yeah, like it's got to connect with.
It's got to connect with us. Yeah. But I just thought it was really cool, and hopefully if we 3 other people hear it because we're talking about it, then that might be 3 more donations. So
yeah. $3 more and you'll have.
I reckon it's a great idea.
Yep.
I also reckon, additionally to that, if anyone anywhere in the country is also experiencing a track closure,
yes,
to give us a call in about that.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd love to hear about that.
And put in the good fight over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then look, if there's a link to it as well, like Tony from GME does a lot of.
Yep.
Or Blair, Cowboy Tuned.
Yep.
Oh, Cowboy Tune's really good with that.
Yeah.
Yep. Like it.
Sweet.
Ronny, have you ever had to jump on the dodgy servo Wi-Fi?
Mate, all the time, but I got hacked once.
Well, I've got one for you. Run NordVPN, keep everything secure, even if you're in the middle of nowhere. It's got this threat protection thing too. Blocks all the dodgy stuff from even loading. You're all safe out there. And all for a servo coffee a month in terms of cost.
Ooh, speaking of coffee, I could do one right now.
Me too. To get the best discount off your NordVPN plan, go to nordvpn.com/4WD, and our link will also give you 4 extra months on the 2-year plan. There's no risk with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. Links in the podcast episode description.
Moving on.
Yep. What do we got now, J-Dong?
Do you want to go Ultimate 4-Wheel Drive, or do you want to have a quick chat?
Let's go Ultimate 4-Wheel Drive.
Ultimate 4-Wheel Drive.
Yep, because I don't know how long that chat's going to go.
No, that's all right. Well, if we miss Ultimate, we miss Ultimate.
No, we don't.
This one in from Jock Hassel. He's got a Toyota Land Cruiser Troop Carrier, spending budget $50K.
Toyota.
Yeah.
50K?
$50K. Daily driving and camping as much as possible is the purpose. You cold?
No, I'm all right. No, I don't know why I'm sitting like that.
I'm definitely feeling the aircon now.
Okay. 3 things you love. Heaps of room with lots of ease. The big V8 donk. It's hard to get bogged.
Donk.
Nice. 3 things you don't like. Absolutely nothing. I even love having wind-up windows.
Oh, nice.
They're faster than electric windows when a puddle's coming up. But it's a problem if your passenger side's down and you don't have a passenger.
Yeah, you're leaning across. Someone's trying to talk to you across.
That's a whole
that's
nother
very
issue.
hard. Anything else we should know? The troopie's name is Nate the V8. Nate the V8.
Nate the V8.
Yeah.
Let's look at some photos.
All right.
There we go. We got one on the beach.
Nate the... that is... Is that... No... Is that Lancelot? Looks like Lancelot.
Could be Lano. It looks like a WA beach.
WA plate.
Yeah. It's a WA beach.
I think it's Lano's. Possibly. Could be somewhere else.
Yeah, the sand dunes down there.
Oh, no.
So,
that's,
look at that. He's not bogged there.
That is down at Chains Beach, I reckon. That's Chains Beach. Uh-huh.
Look at that. I love the stripes.
He's love the mo.
He loves it.
Yeah.
Bin bag on the back. Not Rafa's one.
The mo goes with the bonnet.
Oh, he's got that.
The bonnet mo.
That's a nice little touch, actually. Nate the V8 on the scoop.
Yeah. Right there.
Right there, yeah.
Brilliant.
Oh, that's clear.
Nate the V8. Is that clear? Can you see that?
Yeah.
Ronnie?
I can see it now.
You guys,
Might be a bit pixelated, but
you guys
I can
looking at
see
that?
it.
Can I make that
The
out?
V8.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, you can clearly
That's
see.
good to know that you
Yeah.
Smudge. Just zoom in on the back wheel.
Oh, yeah.
No, he's getting out.
He's getting out of that.
0 offsets,
0 offsets.
front and rear. Cool.
How are you telling that?
Oh, by the depth of the dish.
Right, okay.
It's a negative 50 would
Yeah.
stand out.
Yeah, okay. Go on, Duggo. You knew that, did you?
Yeah.
Brilliant. And then this one on the beach. It looks like a nice looking.
Clean.
For everyone,
like it.
everyone
It's
who's
clean.
not watching, describe it, Duggo.
I'll describe this one. So this is actually probably perfect timing for what Ronny was speaking about earlier.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think it's got anything extravagant on it that it's that we can see like underneath and stuff like that, but it hasn't got anything too over the top. Bull bar, aerial,
No roof conversion.
no roof conversion, muddies, some side steps.
It's got flares.
It's got flares. Yep, got flares. So the thing that stands out to me though is the just the tiny little details on the side, like the decal down the side.
Yeah.
Nate the V8, like this thing obviously is his pride and joy. It's the workmate obviously with the wind up windows, and it looks like he uses it exactly how it's meant to be used.
It's interesting how a vehicle that's it's not over the top, but can stand out so much.
Yeah.
And it's just like you say, it's the little touches.
Yeah.
And the flares themselves are making a huge difference because normally with Troopies you don't get any flares at all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
righto.
At
Yeah.
all, nothing.
Yeah, right. The flares are nice.
See, he's put his so the 50k budget. When I heard a Troopy, I was like shocked
Yeah.
because it's not. And I'm assuming, well, that couldn't be the price of the car involved in that though, could it?
And that's like a 2016 or is it 2016? Does it say?
No, it
the
doesn't
year?
say.
But that's a new bonnet.
Yeah.
So it's
it is the new
2016.
bonnet.
2016 to 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe
That's
there
nice.
is 50k of maybe he's done some
It could
serious stuff
genuinely just
underneath.
be a spending budget of 50k. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
But
I
don't know.
reckon he, if he's bought a second, he might have actually got it for 50.
Maybe.
Because it's a
in
work
20,
mate.
if he bought
Yeah,
it.
it is a work, mate.
Yeah, true.
2016.
If he bought it the 2017, 2018, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, cool.
Because like the mods that you can see would be that would all be for under
Yeah,
10 grand.
well under 50k.
Like
It's all
That's a
quality.
s-
It's all quality gear too.
yeah,
stock-
ARB,
stock
GME,
snorkel.
stock snorkel.
So sock snorkel, you can assume the airbox is
No
stock,
mirrors, no upgrade on mirrors, no roof rack.
Oh, I think he's got a GVM upgrade. It's got those huge indicator lights on it. That's usually something you get
okay.
when you GVM upgrade. Plus, are the mirrors
Right.
changed? No, maybe
No,
not.
the
'cause
mirrors are stock.
I
Mirrors
think the
are
mirrors.
stock.
Okay, I think the mirrors are meant to change as well if you do a GVM upgrade. I'm not sure.
Anyway,
That
think
could
so.
just be the new Land Cruiser.
go back to that photo though of Nate hanging out. Is it Nate? No.
No, Nate's the car.
Nate's the car.
Nate's the
Sorry.
car.
Jock hanging out at Nate. That sums up what this car is. Like
Yeah.
him hanging out the window, giving a
Yeah.
massive thumbs up,
Yeah.
big mustache, big smile. Like it's that's
Sums up the truth.
suiting him.
Yeah, that is suiting him.
That's suiting him.
No, that's beautiful.
It's a
I
nice
love
car,
it.
really clean, not over the top.
Thank you, Jock. Appreciate it, mate.
Go Toyota.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say it's Chains Beach.
And I'm going to say that's Lano. And that's the
Well,
Full Drive Podcast.
let us-
Nice.
Done.
Was there anything else we should know with that one?
No, that's it. So he said that anything else we should know, the Troopy's name is Nate the V8.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's
Sweet.
it.
Clean as.
Anyway, let's get into some of what Ronnie's been up to.
Ronny, go for it. This is your time to
I
shine,
actually
mate.
just spilt my drink on the bin bag. But doesn't matter because it's waterproof. It
meant to
just
go-
ran straight off it.
Meant to
Did
go
it?
in.
Yeah, it genuinely just ran straight off it.
Of
Look
course
at
it
that.
did. Of course it did.
Meant to go in the bag, not.
Yeah,
Actually, yeah,
I
can we
missed.
throw our cans in there when we're done with them?
Yeah.
Let's get the ball
Yeah, let's
rolling.
get it started.
Nice.
I did send Rafa a photo.
Did ya?
Yeah.
What did he say?
Of you. It was not a great photo of you. You looked very unimpressed with the bin bag. And I said, he's stoked, mate. Thanks for the bin bag. And Rafa said,
Looks
you're
it.
welcome. I hope you like it. Duggo's face says everything. And he's like cropped in on your face. And you look very unimpressed.
Oh, look at me, yeah. Got
He said, send me some photos with Duggo smiling, please.
Here you go.
Hang on. Let me get this. Yeah, good
Like
smile.
a real happy smile.
Yeah,
like
that was
over the
it was
mouth smile.
over the top now, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's all right.
All right, Ronny, what did you? So when you're away, take us through a little bit of how this trip panned out. Now I'm assuming we're going to see this on Channel 7 and your channel.
Yeah. So
So we'll see. We'll get the visual, but
Yep.
fresh off the fresh off the grill, fresh off the plate,
Fresh off the press.
fresh off the press.
Off the
Sorry.
press.
I don't know where I was
I
going.
like fresh
with that
off the
one.
grill.
Fresh
Yeah.
off the grill like a hot snagger.
Fresh off the engine. Fresh off the exhaust.
Anyway, fresh off the press.
Fresh off Duggo's skullet.
Fresh off the press. Fresh off the grill. I'm going to go with that one.
Fresh off the grill.
Well, we'll have to do the law after this.
Oh,
then.
the law. I forgot
That's
about the
cool.
law.
But yeah, I don't want to. I keep changing things going
Yeah,
backwards and forwards.
let's go to the trip.
Yeah,
How
let's
was
do
it?
the trip.
The trip. The trip was bloody fantastic.
Yeah.
So the most hectic part of a trip is when you have kids with you and you are filming as well. But it was also the best part.
Yep.
Was having the kids with me as well. So the hard part is when you're filming, there's a lot of downtime where, but there's always something for them to do, but sometimes they're in the car when there's a bit of downtime and they can get a little bit bored and they do some funny stuff.
Right.
So, but other than that, it was hot, but it was great.
Yeah.
We smashed combined 50 to 60 hydrolights.
Total across the time you were there.
Yeah. So it was Jacob and Chris in the bloopy.
Yep.
And then I had both my daughters, Sienna and Hannah, in my
Yep.
car. So between the five of us, we smashed, almost 60,
Yeah, right.
60 hydrolights because it was stinking hot, man.
Was there any rain?
There was some rain on the last day.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Off in the distance.
Yeah, right.
Not on us.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, we'll get to that actually. I see what you're doing there. So what was the camp setup? So just because
Simple.
I'm interested. So it was
Real simple.
You out of the 76, Chris and Jacob out of the bloopy.
Yep.
Everyone on the ground.
Everyone on the ground bar from Chris. So Chris sleeps inside the bloopy.
Gotcha. Yep.
So he pulls the couch across, does that click bed.
Yep.
So he sleeps inside the troopy. That must have been pretty hot in there. He had a fan, but apparently the fan stopped working at some point.
So for the fan to work.
Yeah. We were in the swags. The only night we got inside the swags was the last night. Inside the sleeping bags. We were on top of the sleeping bags, both covers open, just mesh.
Yep.
So everyone who was in a swag, so my girls were in a double swag, I was in a single swag, and then Jacob was in his own swag. And the mesh was that was it, because it was so hot.
Yeah.
But it was good. It was good. It was just this slight breeze, and this time at least it made its way through the bloody mesh. On the Gunbarrel Highway, when we did that, the breeze was so weak it didn't make it through the mesh. And then it becomes unbearable.
Yeah.
But we had water holes everywhere. That's the cool thing about the Pilbara.
Yeah, that is what it tricked me.
Yeah.
All the water up there.
Yeah, it's
You don't expect it.
Yeah, you don't expect it. You got to know where it is.
Yeah.
And it's easy to find out. Just if you ask at the, if you go to Tom Price and you ask the information centre, they actually have a lot of stuff of information on that area. And a lot of it is from the first trip we did there in 2020 or 2021. I had the Hilux up there. We did a whole project for the Shire of Ashburton.
Yep.
And they used all the information and all that. And they actually have it on brochures you can grab. And you can go to all these cool places. Yeah, it's really cool. They're very, very proactive, and so is Newman with the East Pilbara.
Yep.
Yeah, shout out.
Yeah. Shout out to Newman. Shout out to all the FIFOs up there in the heat. That can't be as easy as what some people think that FIFOs have it up there.
Worth the coin, you would say?
I would say. I mean, they're away from the family.
Yeah, it's a long time.
And then there's the heat, and they got to wear long pants, long sleeve shirts. When I go to the Pilbara or the Des, I generally wear long pants as well and long sleeve, and then usually the last few days I'll whack shorts on, and I'm feeling pretty good because I'm acclimatized. But I had long pants on the whole time pretty much, apart from when we jump in the swimming holes.
Yep.
So the first stop was at Sheila Plains.
So you drove up from Perth straight into
up the
Sheila
coast.
Plains. Yep. Oh yeah, yep.
Up the coast. We camped on a roadside. You might have I don't know if I sent you those ones.
Yeah, I got a couple of photos.
Yeah, we camped on the roadside. So we don't go to those 24-hour stops because as you do, when you go to a 24-hour stop, you go as far away from the next person as you can. And then the third person will go in between, and then the fourth person will go in between the biggest gap. And then, it's like connect the dots, right? And then the gaps become smaller, and not only it's not very comfortable being that close to someone.
Yep.
And also, they wouldn't like that either. I know I don't like it when people camp right next to us because there's no one else around, but some people feel safer when they do that, even though they don't know you.
Yeah.
So we find somewhere else, like a farm gate or something, and we camp 30 metres off the road. You know, it's staying overnight. Technically, it's not camping.
Yep.
It's resting. So that's what we always do. And then we continued up, went to Tyre Roadhouse, the last refill, then entered Chila Plains.
Yep.
Cool station stay, so you can stay there.
Yep.
They've got showers, toilets, but we get the key and we go into the opposite side of the road, the opposite side of property, which is this massive hilly area. It's through a range. I'm not sure what the range is called, but it's got the Wangaran Pool, which gets fed by the Beasley River.
Right.
The same one that flooded us out in 2021.
Oh, yeah. I remember seeing those videos, yeah.
So this time we actually camped where we initially were going to camp last time, but I decided, don't feel comfortable camping here because I don't know. It was just something I didn't want to go. Everyone else wanted to, but this time we actually camped near Muscle Pool.
Yeah, right.
And went for a swim. So that's further on. That's the eco resort.
I've zoomed in on that one. I realise it's further on, but it's there now.
It's there now. Yep. So the 76
West Hammersley Ranges, is that what it is?
Well, yeah, Karijini, Hammersley Ranges. This is in the centre of it. This is near the gorges.
Yeah.
That was a cool part of the trip, actually. So that was...
Oh, this is the eco retreat.
That's the eco retreat.
Yeah, gotcha.
That's like 4 days into it.
What are these like?
Pretty good, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah. So I think there's one that's called this is the deluxe. So Chris knows the owner.
Right.
That's how we managed to get that.
Yeah.
We camped the night before, though. So we did camp the night before at a campground there.
Yep.
Because it wasn't available.
So there's a campground there too
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so there's campgrounds. So I'm not sure how much it actually costs there, but if you want to go to Karijini and you want a gorge experience, this is the best place to go because it's so central.
Yeah.
You can go to Dale's.
Yeah, Dale's campground. That's where I've stayed a couple of times, yeah.
Yeah. That's more self-sufficient kind of stuff. I mean, I do have long drops and stuff.
Yeah.
Dingoes out there.
Yeah,
so cool.
We had one I remember last time I was there, just literally camping by my feet. It's just but like a young one must have come in and just sat literally 30 centimetres from us.
Yeah, they're pretty. They're not scared.
Nah. And I was like, I don't know. I was like, no, we'll be fine. But there's a few because we were eating, and obviously that's why they're hanging around.
Yeah,
A couple of people we were with were a bit nervous.
Yeah, the problem is people feed them.
Yeah, that's what you see the signs everywhere. Don't feed them.
Yeah, and that's the exact reason why, because they'll come right up.
Yeah.
And if you got small kids around, you don't really want that.
Nah.
And if you're eating and they're there, you kind of got to shoo them off or whatever.
Yep.
So that's our first campsite.
Right.
So yeah, double swag, single swag.
Yep.
Muscle Pool was just beyond there.
Yep.
It was a lot cleaner this time as well. Last time we went was sort of towards the end of the rains, and it was great to jump in there, but it was a little bit sort of murky for people who live out there. That's fine, right? But for us city people who've just come from the city, we're like, we like it a bit clearer.
Yeah.
But this time it was much clearer. I mean, we swam in it last time. It was bloody hot, so we got in.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of water there right now.
Righto.
This is that's not it. That's a different pool.
You swim in that?
Yeah. No.
Oh, I was gonna say.
They call that the radioactive pool, but it's not.
Geez.
That's not at Chila Plains. That's in the gorges.
Yeah,
so
righto.
anyway, we went to the second water hole at Chila Plains, and that was freaking huge. Last time we went there, no water in it. This time, heaps of water, swam in it.
Is that where we called you from?
That's where you call us from.
Yep.
That is Magic Pool. So the telltale sign is that red wall. So when you head towards Magic Pool, when you see that red wall, that's where you want to be. Is that bloody... Sorry about that. Uber Eats.
What'd you get?
No. It's just saying, hey,
buy this.
Hey, I'm pretty sure you haven't eaten, so I have actually eaten.
Thanks, Uber.
So this is the water hole at Magic Pool. Now, last time I was there, I think I was talking to you guys about it on the podcast last time. The water would have been like right up there.
Oh, right.
And it was murky, red, but it was epic. We jumped in it. felt amazing when we got out because of all the silt and, it's like having a mud bath.
Yeah.
But you're not having all the
And for
mud on
free.
you. Yeah, for free. It was wicked.
Yeah.
And it was flowing super hard and we were swinging off the rope into the water. I did swing off the rope this time as well, but it's like it swung right over the bank. So I'm like holding on, going back, dropping in, bit of a stupid move. That there is an inner tube. Best things to bring.
Yeah, I remember seeing
as
them
a
last
floaty.
week. That's a great one.
Yeah.
Unreal.
So that's Magic Pool. Wicked drive in. It's on the more like unregulated national park side. After that, we ended up here. So this is near the Eco Retreat. This is the canyoning day. This was wicked, actually. So a guy called Sven, Space Chameleon, he gave us pretty much a private tour. So he had a tour group ahead of us, but because they didn't have too many numbers in that group, he was able to jump back and we started half an hour later.
Yeah, righto.
That was wicked fun. So there's Hannah and Sienna. We got the tubes. Man, the climbing down, this is not a walk in the park, man.
Yeah,
this
right.
is actual proper adventure. There'll be people who'll be shocked. And I
Yeah.
asked them about it too. That people go out there and they think, where are the steps?
Yeah, right.
Dude, this is natural. You're climbing down. So I was a little bit concerned a few times.
So everyone's harnessed up.
Yeah,
Like
we're
you-
harnessed up because we got hoisted down at some point. Also, we're harnessed up in case we need to get out in a hurry.
Gotcha. Yep.
So, Hannah looked a bit nervous there because there's the slide. So you go down this slide and then you drop down 4 meters or 3 meters.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's a big
Jeez,
drop.
Yeah, I'd look nervous too.
Yeah, it was a big
Is
drop.
that coming up?
No,
This is around-
that was before.
Oh, right.
So that was like, we were inside the canyon and all that water just washed away.
such
The
a
size
cool,
was
for
was
people
great.
that haven't been to that area. I haven't done that exact little tour, but it is such a cool place.
It's wicked.
Yeah.
Like even if you're not into the adventurous stuff and you just want to go to the gorge, you can just walk down and have a look.
Yeah.
So this is just one of the pools. This they call this the radioactive pool.
It looks that for sure.
Yeah, it's just really
like acid.
really green with algae.
Yeah.
But the rest of the place is all flowing, so
Yep.
we swim through that,
Yep.
paddle in it. Yeah, there's the ultimate full drive.
Bought a new car.
So just go back one. So this here, see how it's all grey in there?
Yeah.
I don't know if I sent you a shot. There's like a shot of looking through the grey and then you see the red wall behind it. Absolutely incredible. It was wicked. So this is behind there. We go past a chain and it's called, there's a restricted access. So that's what you get when you do the tour.
Which gorge is this?
This is
I reckon.
Knox Gorge.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So you go down Knox Gorge.
So
and
I've
then-
definitely come up to a chain though once.
there's
At
probably a
one
few of them.
Yeah, it probably is.
Probably
around,
jumped
yeah.
at you, daredevil.
Nah.
Oh, you might have seen it at Kermit Pool, maybe.
Maybe it was Kermit Pool.
Yeah, because we were 150 meters away from Kermit Pool on the opposite side, and that comes into Joffrey Gorge.
Right.
Yeah, that was cool
Maybe it was Kermit Pool.
because we could hear the people from Kermit Pool. We could just faintly hear them. It's like, oh, this is so surreal.
Yeah.
It's like I really want to connect that dot now, But more importantly, where we are now, that's where you slide down.
Right.
When you slide down into that chamber, if you are not part of that tour and you're there by yourself and you've gone past that chain, you're stuck.
Yeah, right.
You can't go back up and you can't go down the other side because you need to be hoisted down.
Really?
It's such a big drop. You would
right.
probably break your leg or something. You can't even climb down, like maybe like a really good rock climber, probably go no.
Yeah, it would be fine.
Yeah, but it'll be slippery.
There you go.
It's
That's
wet.
interesting.
Cool.
Yeah.
You would have done all this, haven't you?
No.
Maybe not the tour, but
Not
like
the tour,
through
but yeah,
through
all
gorges
the
and that.
all the gorges
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Do you have
Not
any
the
of
tour.
the Mount Me Harry shots in there? There was one with we had the bloopy on that.
Between the retreat and Chiller?
So Chiller Plains-
There was you had a couple other little stops in there.
Yeah. So Tiger Eye.
Yeah, what's Tiger Eye?
So Tiger Eye.
Sounds like a movie.
Is this
Eye
one?
of the Tiger. No, yeah. So that's Mount Me Harry. That's coming down the next day. That's the hectic climb up. There's actually a worse corner up the top there. We actually passed a chap on the way in. He struggled to get up that bit, and he had to bail out.
Yeah, righto.
That's
really?
at the top. That's at the summit.
Little mine in the glow behind on top of the bonnet there.
I think that's Roy Hill behind
Is
there.
it?
Actually.
Yeah, righto.
You're up so high. Roy Hill's like 200 k's away, maybe more from
really?
there, and you can see it. Yeah, because you had 1,250 meters
Yeah,
above
right.
sea level. Yeah, wicked epic spot.
Tell you what, the car's looking good.
Looks good.
This
Yeah.
is the thunderstorm spot, isn't it?
Yeah. So we sort of thunderstorm was epic. So where's this one? This one is, where did I take that? I think that's that Tiger Eye actually. Might be
Yeah. So,
Tiger Eye,
so
Magical.
sorry, Tiger Eye. What is it?
Yeah. So
I think I might be missing a few.
Tiger Eye itself is a rock. It's a type of rock. I wish I had it here. I can't find it. So Alex gave me a rock to take with me so I could talk about it. I misplaced the rock somewhere because we didn't have time to talk about it anyway. And it's this rock. It's because it's polished. You look at it. It's got like brown, and in the middle it looks like kind of like you're looking into an eye. You know that 3D effect you used to get like on a kid's placemat or something?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. It's
Yeah,
surreal.
right. Really?
So you're looking, it looks like it's kind of like an eye looking back at you. It's pretty cool. But Tiger Eye, it's like that area apparently, I think Tiger Eye Rock is there.
Right. Okay.
I presume. It's not like a expensive gem or anything.
Yeah.
It's just a...
That's
probably,
the pattern. Of the,
It must just be abundant.
Yeah. Righto.
That was epic. So I was first up in the morning and the sunlight was just hitting those reds. And as you know, Jaden, the reds in the Pilbara,
Stunning.
absolutely epic.
Yeah.
Freaking epic. I got some wicked shots of that, just with the light just hitting it. And it's funny, when you look at footage from the Pilbara, you almost feel like you need to dial back to saturation because
Yeah, because it looks too red.
it looks like you've
unbelievably
doctored
red,
it, but you haven't, right? And in the morning and the afternoon, particularly with drones, far out, it's so red, man.
Yeah.
It's so cool. It's so cool. So yeah, we just you can camp there, which is cool. We camped on top of the ridge so we could see the sun set because we got there really late.
Yep.
As usual.
Shock.
The best spot to camp, I think someone else came in that night because I remember a car coming in. But that's not far out of Tom Price. So if you want somewhere to stay for free,
Yep.
just head there. It's wicked. And then after that, we did Magic Pool, which is close to Parabadoo. Parabadoo, home of, that's where Red Dog was born. You know the movie Red Dog?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I didn't
try
know.
not to think about it too much.
I didn't actually know the
Sad.
dog was born
This
there.
sad movie. Red Dog was born in Parabadoo
Red Dog was born in Parabadoo.
and hung out in Port Hedland.
Yeah, and then the family moved to
Oh no, Dampier.
Dampier.
Sorry, that's right.
18 months later, but I think the dog just sort of ran off. Or I can't remember what happened there. Yeah, it's on the sign though.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. It's,
What a life.
Yeah,
that
what a
dog
connection.
lives.
Yeah.
it's a crazy story, eh? And then like it showed on a map where he'd been. He'd been all the way to Perth and hitchhiking.
Really?
You know? Yeah.
That's funny, yes.
So funny, eh? So cool.
And we can't even get out of Perth.
Yeah, that damn dog's been everywhere. We can't.
Everywhere we want to go, we can't
Got a
even get
car.
anywhere.
Go. Well done. That's
Right,
a good
we're doing a
And-
trip, boys. That's it.
Yeah.
we need
So so after the Tiger Eye, Magic Pool, cool drive in, then Eco Resort, which we already looked at, the gorges.
Yep.
Must do. Like after doing that tour, like I couldn't care if it was like 30 people were there in the tour.
Yeah.
I would do it.
You do it.
I'd definitely pay what it was worth too. I think it was like $450 or something.
Hey.
Definitely worth it. The most people you would get is 24. Rarely gets 24. That's usually when it's a corporation that brings in people. That's his limit. But generally speaking, I think it's probably like between 12.
Maybe we can do a 4-wheel drive podcast one.
It's wicked, eh? They do.
Three of us.
And that was
Yeah.
one of the milder ones too.
Oh, this
So-
we'll do the extremes.
Yeah, well, obviously we'll do the extreme.
That's like abseiling, rock climbing, shit
Yeah,
like
let's
that.
have a
yeah, we're not
that.
scared.
Yeah, they sounded
I'm a
cool.
little bit scared.
Not scared at all, mate.
And then finally, Mount Harry. That was probably the pinnacle. That was what I was most looking forward to, and
Yep.
Chris was most looking forward to that too. But it's just great getting the kids up there.
Yeah.
We bought the remote control,
Oh, the little.
Oh,
the
the
79 up there.
79?
Yeah, and
Did you leave it up there for the night?
Well, Hannah was driving it around.
Yeah.
Put a GoPro on it for her. She
Is
wanted
it
the
Sienna or
GoPro.
Hannah that wants the 79?
They both want one.
Oh, no, okay. Yeah. Good
Yeah.
luck to you, mate.
Although Hannah also wants a Land Rover for just driving shop and back.
Oh, okay. Me too.
Insulting to Land Rover owners.
Ooh, the tropping trolley. The shopping trolley.
That's probably my influence there, but yeah.
No,
Geez, you make me want to go to the Pilbara right now. I just want to go. I've got to, because I've been there a couple of times. I've got this image in my head of a great memory for me was we were on our way out of. We must have been on our way. We were leaving Nullagine and we were heading further in because we were going to go to Jigalong, and we just pulled up somewhere like. But before that, the sun was going down, and we were just on this dirt road, and we were just like, we have to stop and watch this sun go down because, like you say, those reds just start to light up, and the greens were getting greener. And it was just like the two cars, my brother, one of the good mates, and just the three of us just watching this sunset. There was some cattle like meandering off in the distance. It was just like
that's picturesque. That's genuine.
So
one of my cinema right there.
One of my great memories.
Yeah,
we cracked a beer and we just watched that go down.
Jeez,
yeah, it's wicked out there, man, and that's wicked country out there.
What are you guys up to tonight?
No joke. And then when night fell, my brother loves so he's into construction, but really interested in like the mining and all that, and how just the big operations like that and how they work. And when you're driving through that area, you could have no idea that there's this massive big mine on the other side of that hill or whatever, that ridge. Yeah. And so anyway, we've pulled up, and it was Roy Hill, one of the big Roy Hill trains came through, and my brother's literally standing at the boom gates. It's pitch black. Like me and my mate, we're sitting back at the cars, it's like, when's this going to end? And he's just staring at the train, just like having the best time of his life. So I had that sunset into my brother seeing the train, and then into a fire and a little cook up and further in the next day. Unbelievable. Love it.
That's one of the all-time experiences. And I think that's what four-wheel driving, camping, and like getting out there is all about.
Yeah.
It's just experiencing pure wilderness. And the awe in people's faces when you kind of like
and literally
get away from the city. And
the iron ore in people's faces.
Yeah, the awe.
And stopping and just taking
Very
it
true.
in.
Yeah.
Like,
but that's because that is probably one of the most picturesque places I've ever seen. Like in those gorges, just out in the seeing the ridges in the distance, the colours, and then all of a sudden, pretty much what keeps the country running is coming through. Like this big train of iron ore, boom gate goes up, and then it's like there can't be that going on there. Like I'm in this beautiful area, so remote, there's nothing middle of nowhere. It's just had this wicked feel, like of push and pull of like what was going on. Sick feeling. Now I really want to go.
Yeah,
that's probably one of the only things the kids didn't get to experience was the train.
Yeah,
thing. Because when they go forever, man.
But you know what the worst part is? We got on another trip, got stuck in Headland waiting for one of them to go past, and obviously it hadn't built up a lot of steam just yet. Just taking
slowly
off.
Moving out of the gates.
God, get out! And we were stuck on the blacktop. Like we're just in town. It's like, this sucks.
And they have those train wars as well. Have you heard of those where they're like, well, we're going to do it 3 kilometre, we're going to do a 5 kilometre, we're going to do a 7 kilometre.
But that would blow people's minds, I reckon, from
absolutely
from other countries. That's how big they are. But anyway,
I remember the first time I drove through Tom Price, I got caught by the train, and I was 19, had no idea, didn't even know if it was an iron ore place, and this freaking train just went on forever. It was just like,
you're thinking it's some kind of joke. Someone's playing a prank on me. Yeah, come up from the city and they've attached all
the carriers in WA.
What's going on?
Pulling them all around for some run. Yeah, it's funny.
It's a world record train pull.
Have you looked at how much taller those train tracks are at all for the iron ore trains?
Yeah, they're massive. Yeah, they're big.
They're like
are they?
Twice the size, man.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, twice.
I haven't noticed that.
Size.
My brother would have.
Yeah, maybe your brother needs to come on here, mate.
We better get to around the fire pit. I feel like we have been going for a long time.
Well, hang on. Before that,
you've got your law. I keep forgetting.
You're trying to get rid of his law, mate.
I hope it's a train law.
That would be unreal. That would be elite.
Oh, the train law.
Do you have a train law?
Well, today, gentlemen, you're going to have to pick between WA or Queensland. They're both as good.
I'm going to say Queensland.
Yeah, we did WA
today.
a couple.
Queensland.
Yeah,
the last one we did was WA.
Figured you guys would probably go for this.
No, well, you don't know me. WA, do WA.
Because we've done WA so many times. Queensland it is. So Queensland, this is the only one I've got down for Queensland because many of them are very similar in this region, but Queensland is unique because lock your car. don't lose the keys. Queensland shares the vehicle security rule with other states, so other states do have this as well. You must lock your unattended vehicle and secure the windows. In Queensland, if you are over 3 meters away from the vehicle, the windows cannot be open more than 5 centimeters. Leaving your car unlocked or windows down beyond the 5 centimeters is an offence, and you could get an on-the-spot fine of $40.
That is
$40.
It's
No
an
one's
odd
policing
sounding rule, but it's meant to, it's meant to like cull the, help diminish car theft.
Really? I actually thought when
okay.
you started saying that it was going to be if you leave your windscreen down more than 5 centimeters and it gets stolen, it's not.
Oh,
It's
I'm
like,
not sure.
I was like, it's not in. Yeah, it's not,
Yeah.
it's not covered or
Yeah.
not.
It actually might not be covered. You like you
surely
leave your
not.
windows open.
Well,
in
yeah,
your
actually,
house.
probably not covered
Probably
insurance
wouldn't
wise.
be
Yeah,
if
not
you did
insurance
that.
wise.
But that's just such. I've never heard of that at all.
No. And you wouldn't, because $40, like, they're not targeting
Yeah,
someone
surely
who's
that's just more paperwork than
Yeah, that is worth
necessary
it.
for-
Yeah.
Mind you, $40, like, if
If you're over 3 meters away, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you
Imagine-
got 10 cars that have got their windows down doing the wrong thing. You find them $40
So what? If I'm
each.
down the beach, so like, because you know how there's a bit of stuff going on Queensland beaches,
Yep.
targeting 4-wheel drives and stuff. Imagine they pulled that one out. They had the tape measure out, and they're like, as soon as someone,
Yeah.
who's putting their window up when you're sitting at the
For
beach?
your-
That's
$40.
6 centimeters, mate.
Yeah.
Unlucky.
If you just want to
And just stand there for me.
take a quick photo,
You're
to
4
rule it
meters
out.
away.
Oh.
Wow. Oh, that's spewing.
That's just these
Unlucky,
things.
mate. You owe me $40.
Wasting paper.
You want to make sure
wasting
that the
paper.
gate is no less than 3 meters from your vehicle.
Yeah,
If you can
very
open
true.
the gate.
Yeah, leave the whole door open.
Leave you. Leave
$40.
Don't even close the door, mate. Walk around.
Righto, round the fire pit. That's silly.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Hi, Ronnie. Hope you can help me out. I've got a standard 3-litre Toyota Hilux. Am I using 4th gear or 5th gear to tow my camper trailer? Thank you.
Using 4th gear.
4th gear.
4th gear. Yeah.
That was easy.
1-to-1 is the best way to go. Towing with overdrive gears is not recommended. And if there is a section in the manual, in the vehicle manual about towing, it'll probably say in there too, not to tow over. Yeah. So, and it's also best to use the manual mode. So whack it in manual, go to S4 and then, or M4, S4,
Yeah.
M4, and don't go any higher. That's,
What do you tow? Do you tow 4th in the 76?
yes. Yeah.
Right.
Well, because in the 76, I use the tow haul mode. It does
yeah.
actually,
I forgot you're an auto guy now.
yeah. So in tow haul mode, it does actually flick up to 5th. It does do that, but I restrict it to 4th. Yeah, depending if I'm sitting on the flat or I'm going downhill a bit, I may put it to 5th.
Yeah, okay.
But it's only because it's got 6 gears. So that 5th overdrive is not as tall as the
Normal, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a speed limit for towing, isn't it? Is it 100? Capped at 100?
It's 100,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But generally speaking, if you stick to 4th gear, which is generally 1-to-1 ratio.
Yeah.
So say at a Prado, it's got 8 gears, 6 gears 1-to-1.
Okay.
So that's where it changes. So you have to check out what your 1-to-1 ratio is. So most cars that have 6-speed or less, 4th gear is generally the 1-to-1.
Right, so in the Prado, when you've got 8, you 6.
6 gear is, yeah.
Yeah,
and
okay.
in the 300 series, 7th gear is
Right.
1-to-1.
So even though because this guy's got the old Hilux, the N70,
Yeah,
still
so
4th,
5 gears. Yeah.
still 4th in that.
Yeah. So here you probably have manual actually. Because what did he say? 5 gears.
5, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so he'll have a manual.
Oh, he said, are you towing in 4th or 5th?
Yeah,
Yeah.
towing in 4th.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Well, shout out Drewby.
And the same with the 79 series, the manual, the 70 series. If it's a manual, yeah, 4th gear as well. However, going down hills with a trailer that's not too heavy, I will push it to 5th. But it's a unique situation with the 70 series gearbox. It's where the gear is placed. I don't have the total understanding of this, but I've had 2 mechanics say to me that it's tolerable in that vehicle. But generally speaking, you would not go above 1-to-1 ratio. So fourth gear is generally speaking your limit.
Yeah, okay.
So
Fourth when towing.
Yeah. So Hilux, fourth gear. Let's just say 1-to-1 ratio.
Yep.
Because the newer cars have so many freaking gears now.
Hey boys, Mitchell here. Long time listener, second time caller. Been really loving the Ultimate 4x4, getting me thinking of my own rig. Just getting it in a much better shape. I don't have capacity for a jerk-off canopy, but I have a 200 series wagon.
Could chop it.
Take a look at the Addicted to Tools bloke on Instagram and YouTube. He uses a lot of pack-out gear mounted to the top of his Rhino rack. He has a bit of an install guide on his YouTube, and I'm really thinking of pulling the trigger on this. Not having the tie-down stuff and getting it out super easy is great, plus the boxes will last forever and they have drawers and different sizes and stuff. I have a false floor in the back of the 200 and just wonder if the pack-out is strong enough to hold down a fridge on a slide. What are your boys' thoughts on this moving forward in the industry, in the 4x4 industry? Would love to give it a go and not have to tie stuff down. That'd be great.
Yes, so the pack-out gear I'm very familiar with. Jono, if you're listening to this episode, the pack-out man, the Milwaukee pack-out man, that is Jono. His collection of tools was probably worth more than my car.
Big pack-out guy.
Yeah, pack-out guy. So the pack-out gear, because if you're mounting something like your fridge, if you can work out how to use the pack-out sort of stuff, I'm guessing you then have to modify what it is you're taking off. And pack-out, I'm pretty sure you're talking about Milwaukee. It's got to be because they've licensed that name for it. Then I would say, yes, you could do your fridge because you're not stopping it from like so much jumping out. The weight of it's going to help hold it down. All you're stopping it from doing is going sideways or backwards and forwards, and that pack out will stop it if you can adapt it to your fridge. I'd be interested to know how you do that, but I'm guessing that video you told us to look at is probably going to explain a lot more.
Yeah.
But the pack out gear, so for those who are not familiar with it, Milwaukee have these cases, and it's got these grooves that slide into the case above, and the way it slides in, most of them are, I would say, slave slides. They don't have any mechanism. They just go in, but the front one has a pin, and that pin clicks and then locks it in. So there's one lock, but there's all these other connections. So generally speaking, there'll be like 6 of them. The middle front one that you can get to and press will be the release and the locking mechanism. So there's only one locking mechanism, but the way it's designed, it sort of slides down and in. It's not coming out. It's pretty damn stable. So doing that to a roof rack, doing that to the back of a vehicle, it's actually something I looked into for a little bit as well. I don't want to go on too much about what my thoughts were with it, but what you're onto, I think, is excellent.
I've literally never heard of it, and I'm just seeing it now. And I think I've got the video that he might be talking about. There's a little slider with the pack out system on top of it, and that's pretty cool.
Have you got WhatsApp on your computer?
No.
I just sent you the videos that he sent through.
Cool. Yep.
Have a look at those. But yeah, Ronny, exactly what you're saying. Is what he's looking at. And Milwaukee as well. Yes.
Yeah. So, look, all I will say...
So is Mitchell thinking of putting just tools in there, or is he actually using it as like a...
Well, I think he's going to use a shell of it. But you can use...
Just a shell, yeah.
It's just the boxes that Milwaukee do.
Yeah.
It's a patent thing. So you could put other things in those boxes.
Yeah. So it's just it's purely just for the...
Yeah,
it could be a kitchen.
It's kind of...
And some of those boxes have drawers on them.
Yeah.
Right? So that's like your quick in-out drawers.
Yep.
The only thing is you're limited to what you can do because the sizes they're made for tradies. There's certain sizes. So this is a clever tradie that's figured out a way to adapt it to his vehicle.
Yep.
But on the quiet, I've been working on something similar. I'm trying to adapt to everything. So
interesting.
If it works, you'll hear more about it.
If it doesn't, this is the last you'll ever hear about it.
Yeah, and obviously, I'm doing this with a mate of mine because otherwise it'll never happen because I'm so freaking busy with everything else.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm actually holding up the project at the moment.
Are you?
Yeah. So,
well, hopefully it gets off
if
the
you're
ground because
listening,
that sounds exciting.
I'm going to call you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or he will have already called you
Hopefully.
by the time this episode's released.
Well, actually, probably by the time it's released, it's probably going to be the day after.
Yeah. I'll call you soon. That's all the voice messages we've got today, boys.
Beautiful.
We'll wrap that one up. I think that's a longer episode. Bit in it.
Like it. Good to have you back, Ronnie.
Good to have you back.
Mate, thank you for this. Unbelievable. And thank you, Rafa.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Bin bags, incredible. I love this idea. So whenever these are available, let us know because
They will be available when this podcast is out. I'm pretty
brilliant.
sure.
big launch.
If it's not, there will be. I'll make sure they are.
Rafa actually
Yeah,
just messaged through and said, "Hey, Ronnie Dale, I want one of your tire kits to put in the Prado." So you've already got orders, mate. You've already got
selling
orders.
this one, Rafa, for about $350.
$350, double the price.
Collectors.
You're a dog.
All right, let's get out of here, boys.
That's
Let's go get
more
some
than
dinner. No, mark up inflation these days.
I'm not great at math.
Right,
Is it a tariff?
yeah, Trump told me. Four Drive Podcast powered by Tyrepower. Thanks for listening. Southern River Band with Let It Ride. The Four Drive Podcast on Instagram. All the episodes over on BackChat's YouTube. Patrons, stick around. Quick chat with you guys. And the fourdrivepodcast.com.au. Get your merch, voice messages, and the Ultimate Four Drive all over there. Self-explanatory. Get to us.
And Jaden promises next week will not be a Toyota.
Better not be.